Good night, Trinidad and Tobago. It is Tuesday, 23rd of May, 2017. It is now 8 o'clock on the dot. It's you are out there joining us tonight. While we're building that audience. Let's build it up. Spread the word. This song is the truth. This song is the truth. Get this song.
My Trinidad and Tobago.
The whole truth.
My Trinidad and Tobago. Keep my heart full of fire that burns so bright. Dedicated to everything that's right. Keep unity and equality in large Trinity. It's one heart, one soul. So great, so good. We building stronger. Together.
Tell them we're on. Spread it. Share it.
This land is my land and my legacy. Our forefathers and foremothers fought vehemently, united so that we stand independently. Celebrating our nation's first half century. With a culture so inherently in all our we. I love the way we walk and talk with rhythm and such melody.
I put the link in the thread.
Keep my heart full of fire, burn so bright. Dedicated to everything that's right. Keep unity and equality. Ah, Trinity. One Lord, one soul. So brave, so bold. Building stronger, growing.
Taking calls, eh? Whole night. Well, give me the first 10 minutes. After that, keep it short.
One heart, yeah. We are mass and calypso, birthed from a womb. We are bright Chaconia flowers in full bloom. We are the speedy copy go, the scarlet eye, the sinful fly. We are kings and queens and scholars. We are soca pet in the night. We are food and mood and gas and food and such a breezy attitude.
Audience building.
Altitude and latitude. I always show my gratitude. We are Trinidad and Tobago. At this island, you saw so we love it so. We are Trinidad and Tobago. And let me tell you this island, so we love it so. We are silver, bronze, and a gold.
Right.
At a person we go tell the old world. Loving me heart, loving me soul. Chin big, let me tell the old world.
Wake them up, tell them we're on. Call mommy and daddy and tanty. Apparently it's a big show now. Taking calls.
Oh island, here in the sea. That's asleep swimming in ocean.
6822110.
Aspiring and achieving.
Don't call yet. We tell you when to start the call. When you call, keep it short. And remember, listen to me on the phone, not on the whatever device.
I always need you close to me.
I cherish our democracy. I know it's the thing. My Trinidad and Tobago. My Trinidad and Tobago.
All the usual suspects here yet?
So right, dedicated to everything that's right.
Who I didn't see? Make yourself known. Don, congrats to all of us. See Mr. Rich. Yeah, I listened to that song and I cannot play it. Yes, I am on WhatsApp.
Turning back, I see hope for the future. We must make it further. So much here to treasure, gifted beyond measure.
Kendall, Jamie, Mr. Franco. Rudy.
Full of fire that burns so bright. Dedicated to
Rohan.
everything that's right. Keep unity and equality in life.
I'm not seeing Nikki Lee. Somebody go and find her. Mr. Jemat is in the house. My cousin Michael. Yeah, don't send me no more those songs. Alright. You ready? Plenty to deal with. But that sound nice, huh? That sound nice too bad. Right. So we know the date. Today is Tuesday, 23rd of May, 2017. Yes? Okay. So, I feel like something missing. Right. Somebody just sent me something and I had to share it, and I want to ask you all what you all think. Tonight's video is called Sabotage. And this is a big thing, because when I decided, because the stadium, the sewer system apparently explode and raw sewage run through the whole thing while the show was going on, and they didn't stop the show. It was raw sewage through where they were selling food. But this is do what you like, land. We don't have to have a health sector or anybody, no inspector to come and say, hey, you can't serve food where raw sewage is running. And they said it's sabotage. That it was sabotage. And today, Udicott, who couldn't find their accounting with a torchlight, a magnet compass, and a clue, find out that it was towels and jerseys and maxi pads that stuff up. They say it was stuff up. Somebody asked, so they didn't have one investigator in the crew that couldn't find out where them things come from. But we leave that alone. But they said that is sabotage. Hot on the heels of the Minister of Finance announcing to the world that Bahamas, I am not joking, I try not to smile, that Bahamas sabotaged our Minister of Tourism and rack up that $59,000 on her phone. I ignored that. I ignored it. I don't pay attention to every piece of nonsense that come out of these people's mouths. But today, as incredible as this is going to sound, the sea bridge to Tobago that he all but destroyed, Rohan Sinanan, sent the Galatia. The owners of the Galatia left Trinidad. Like when a woman vex and she leave, yeah, she pack. And you tell her, you can't take that. She say, keep it. The Galatia didn't even wait for the last check. They said, keep that. We begged them to stay for a day. They said, no, we'll pay a double. Not at all. The Galatia, they offered the Galatia twice the money that the Galatia was making to extend. No, not at all, sir. We want nothing to do with you all. To the point where we had to send our Coast Guard to kidnap that boat. Today, Rohan Sinanan, I'm not joking. I had to read it. No, this is not this. This is something else, but that's just as important. But this, the headline, and the Express ran this as a headline. Malfunctioning ferries, very strange, says Minister. Can't say if sabotage is involved. Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan has described the mechanical problems being experienced by the two ferries on the sea bridge as strange. Sinanan said he found it very curious that the mechanical problems were just popping up. You know, mechanical problems normally write you a letter and let you know it's coming. He said it is very curious that certain types of mechanical failures are just popping up. This is very, very, and to emphasize the point, one more, very strange. Unless you don't catch somebody doing it, and we have that direct proof. I am not going to go down that route, but he went down that route with his three ferries, but we'll leave that alone. As line minister, I have a duty to fix the problem. I'm glad he knows that. I wonder if he realizes as line minister he caused the problem. Leave that alone. Stick a pin in that. People tell me print a t-shirt called stick a pin in that. As line minister, I have to find a solution to ensure that it does not happen. It is very strange. However, I need to focus on fixing this problem. Rohan Sinanan, for the first time, we agree. We simpatico on this. You have to fix this problem. The solution, fire yourself. You are the source. You are the cause. You are the reason. You are the collapse. You are the catastrophe. You are the tragedy. Tobago has been cut off from the world, isolated. They're selling salt-flavored sugar cake in Tobago right now because of you and your Sea Blast badge and your partner boat. They're taking 15 hours to do what the Galatia used to do in 3 hours. Rohan Sinanan, we agree. Solve the problem. Apply the solution. Fire yourself. Sinanan said he empathized with the passengers who were affected by the delays and cancellations in the ferry service. On Monday, the TNT Express was forced to turn around and return to Port of Spain about 20 minutes after sailing due to mechanical problems. You see, the person that they let go, the person who was in charge of maintaining the Sea Bridge boats that they let go 6 months ago, Trinidad said that this is the only person keeping those boats floating, and they fired him. Fitzgerald Hines, I believe, was the one who fired him. No problem. He left, and we can't get him to come back, and I'm getting his name for you. We can't get him who used to keep these boats, but Rohan Sinanan, these fellas, making some tall. Sinanan said he was now searching for vessels which would replace the TNT Spirit and the TNT Express when they are dry dock next month and in September. And I bet you he is searching diligently through the Balize Rolodex. Because it's only a Balize man had a barge and a boat, just coincidentally, to replace the Galatia that already run out of the country. I mean, the Galatia gone as far as Spain. If somebody hire the Galatia to go to Japan, and they have to pass through the Panama Canal or sail around South America, they will sail around South America just to not pass near Trinidad. They don't want to see us. They're done with us. The Galatia done with us. They say enough. We want nothing more to do with Trinidad and Tobago. Sinanan said, I am on top of this situation on a daily basis. I believe so. You are the cause. You are the person that is responsible. I fully believe that you are the one on top of this. You are the reason to blame. I am meeting with the port board today. Which board? The new board? The second board? The board you fired? The board that you all collapsed so that you could collapse the contract. And we hope to have this problem rectified once and for all. He is going to invest in boats that will never have mechanical problems again. We have one of the vessels earmarked for June to go on dry dock, and I am sticking to that timeline, he said. Sinanan said he would ensure that the vessels were up and running 100%. Now, he'll ensure that, but he can't ensure that now. And he can't do that now. And they don't understand how to plan and run and manage it now. But he's going to guarantee that in the future. Because things were very, very, very strange, according to Rohan Sinanan. But stick a pin in that. Tonight's video is called Sabotage. Sabotage for a reason. Let's read on. Stadium sabotage. Was the leaking sewer system at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, insert tsunami shelter here, on the night of its opening on May 12th, a deliberate act? A video posted on Facebook on Saturday showed water flowing in the courtyard space where the vending booths are located at the Taruba venue. The water came from the overhead sewer pipes. Patrons could be seen having to maneuver around the water dripping from above, as well as stepping around several pools that had accumulated on the floor. However, Roxanne Stapleton Wims, Corporate Communications Manager of the Urban Development Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, UDCOT, said the leaks were no fault of UDCOT or the contractors who worked on the facility. I can tell you exactly what transpired with regard to the leaks that occurred, she said when contacted yesterday. Our plumbers discovered that numerous things were flushed down the toilets. We had sanitary napkins, hand towels, 2 t-shirts, and various food items. Now, you might be laughing on your end because you could. I am live and I can't break down in laughter. The 2 t-shirts, that kind of suspect. But everything else, it seems you're building a stadium sewer system. Surely you must expect that the on a rare occasion, a food item or two may fall down in the toilet, maybe even a cell phone. Are you saying that the Unicode billion-dollar Brian Lara tsunami shelter has a sewer system that cannot take a hiccup? Stapleton Wims said the items caused the choke. I think they gathered together in a conspiracy, these 6 things, and said, let's mash this sewer up, which eventually led to the leaks. The leaks were all repaired. Everything was rectified and the system is back up and running, she said. Great. Until, of course, a hot dog or a feminine napkin or 2 paper towels fall along in the toilet, and then if somebody have a heavy bowel movement, brace, it might explode. And I mean, I'm laughing at these people now. I don't even have the article with Colm Imbert blaming Bahamas for crazy girl Shamfa Kujo's $59,000 phone bill. But I realize if everything is sabotage, maybe that's why this PNM government is looking so bad. So I went to get the entire cabinet list and I said we would go through minister by minister and identify who might be the victims of sabotage. Lo and behold, the source that I went to, the PNM's website, has not been updated. And according to the PNM's website, I kid you not, according to the PNM website, I want you to hear this. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development is still Marlene McDonald. This is the PNM website. Y'all know how long ago that cabinet reshuffle took place? The Minister of Rural Development and Local Government is none other than our current Minister of Energy and Energy Affairs, the Honorable Franklin Khan. Kazim Hossain was elevated to this position, but the PNM's website doesn't know. Now, I am willing to accept that somebody sabotaged the PNM website and took it back in time. Because according to the PNM's website, the Minister of Public Utilities is Ansel Antoine, not Fitzgerald Hines, who's been there making a mess for quite some time. But the Minister of Transport is Fitzgerald Hines, according to the PNM official website. Victims of sabotage, who knows? So I had to go to Trinidad government news.gov.tt and got the whole rogues gallery of the PNM. Now, this is the government of the day. I don't have to play, me especially, I don't have to play bash to PNM and then bash a UNC to look like you're normal. Because I'm normal, you all know that. Red crapple, yellow crapple, same handful of rock salt. But today, let me just focus on these people now. Who you want to start with? Because you could pick it out. We've already dealt with, there is a Senator, the Honorable Dennis Moses. Now, he's the Minister of Foreign Affairs. We don't hear nothing about him. Nothing seems to be breaking down and we're not at war. So apparently, he's either dead or he's doing a good job. This is how we have to take it in China today because we don't know. Like Kazim Hossain, who was elevated from mayor to Minister of Local Government. We don't know what he's doing, so we leave it that so. Rohan Sinanan, we know what he's doing. He is provoking Tobago to secede. Is that sabotage? I asked today, there is information in the public space about the Minister of Sport who took 92,000 taxpayers' dollars and took 3 girls on a romp in Tobago. But I don't think it is the minister's fault. The Minister of Sport is an upstanding guy from a Catholic family. Somebody must have put horny goat weed in his protein punch. I do not think, and I want to get Simon the Nobrega on the phone. My good partner is a board member under this Darrell Smith government. I can't call Michael Phillips. Michael Phillips washes his hands at these people and gone anywhere. He say, listen, I like the Galatia, or they don't call me. But I want somebody to tell me, because I don't think Darrell Smith, under normal circumstances, would pick up $92,000 and 3 girls from the office and go to Tobago to romp. He had to have been sabotaged, yes. Like Shamfa. Shamfa really did not know how to use her phone. Or was she sabotaged? Was she given one of those phones that cannot be adjusted for Wi-Fi? You see, my phone, when I'm in a public space, it goes to Wi-Fi. If there's no Wi-Fi, it goes back to my data. And everybody who travels knows how data works. Somebody says, but she is the tourism minister. How come she don't know how to be a tourist? And I thought that is where she was sabotaged. So Daryl, go and do a blood test. Tell them, look for horny goat weed in your blood. There is an Honorable Sherrianne Critchlow Coburn. I don't know what's her role. Senator the Honorable Franklin Can. Now, what is there that I could say about Smiley that has not already been said? We cannot say anything right now. We have to wait on the Auditor General's report in 2 years to see how much of his family buy into the energy sector of Trinidad and Tobago. So we gotta wait. But trust me, when it does come out, it'll be a sabotage. Randall Mitchell, you all remember him? Randall Mitchell is the man who became famous for when the woman said, I'm living in the hospital, I want a house, and he stoops. Now when you look at Randall's mouth, you realize he has some big lips. And maybe the media sabotage what is a normal sound effect coming out of Randall's mouth to make it sound like a stoops. I want to believe Randall was sabotaged too. Camille Robinson, leave me alone, Regis. Camille, who was sabotaged last time around when her fertility treatments was leaked into the public space. This is what a government credit card is for, to get your hair done and to go for fertility treatment. It was always for that. The bank was wrong to sabotage her. The bank sabotaged her and released the information that she took taxpayer dollars to get herself organized. And I think that was wrong. Now, coming back around, the same bank, like she didn't learn her lesson. I would have changed banks. Told the nation that she was inside of there with money that she could not count for. More sabotage. Who gave her that money in that brown paper bag? They have questions to answer. We wait. Senator the Honorable Jennifer Baptiste Primus. He's the Minister of Labour. You can't do nothing wrong because you all went into government with all the unions beholding to you. You all have them on a string, taxpayers' dollars keeping them happy, everybody good. This brings us to the guy I think that is guilty of pure sabotage, because nobody is as silly as Terence D'Alsing. Terence D'Alsing is the Minister of Health. The Minister of Health, on his watch, has destroyed any semblance of reality, of normality, of decency, of integrity and respect in a health sector like ours. Our healthcare sector now went from bad to worse to D'Alsing. His name is now going to be associated with this is about as bad as it could get. After this level, all the hospitals have to collapse in a heap. On his watch, people were given fake drugs under the CDAP program that the government paid for, and he never called a name. He just told us it was done. He didn't say who the supplier was, what was done, who launched an investigation, what was going to happen, who going to make a jail, how we get our money come back. None of that. Sabotage. Somebody sabotaged his whole press release because he only gave us the information that the elderly in this country and the people suffering with diabetes were given fake drugs. Who sabotaged D'Alsing's press release? I don't know. But they went further to make him look bad. They infected 3 people in the blood bank with HIV. 1 has since died. All of that sabotage against this hard-working man. Next to him, on this lineup is the honorable, indisputable king clown of this entire cabinet, Colm Imbert. Colm Imbert is now going to be always known for an attempt to what he tried to do here. There are not enough analogies because he's told the nation that you are going to have to fill out this form that is not addressed to you. Find one and fill it out. And that first showed that Colm Imbert has balls like a bull, because he didn't send one to you in your name to your address, you know. He just said find one somewhere. If it's not in your mailbox, go and get one and fill it out, because if you don't, you're going to make a jail. People come and take your house. They come in and kick down your door. When you read the onerous rules these people try to pass as this law, they're going to kick down your door and take all your doilies and your crochet and everything. People panicked. And then Anna Ramlogan say, wait, they're not singing right. So went to the court and asked the court, what you think? You think they're singing right? The court said, no, that is singing right. That was a sabotage. And on the court, sabotage called him. Because now Colm had to come back and tell the court, well, we didn't really mean they were to make a jail, or we'd take the doily and the crochet, or we'd take the house. It was voluntary. It was like, you're going to be held down, you're going to be raped, but we're going to be nice about it. Yes, Colm? That had to be sabotage. You can't be so foolish. That's like saying a government minister report to the press that somebody break into their house and thief 20,000 US at a time when we have no US in the country. People will be asking questions. Are you in any way associated with the plywood industry? Because people are going to want to know. And I feel that story that ran in the media was a sabotage. Honorable Anthony Garcia, the man that takes the honor out of honorable. Anthony Garcia, who has all but capitulated to indecency, has said that he don't have to solve his problems as long as his wife happy in the bed. No. I could do nothing with that. I could do nothing with that. That's between him and her. How it became a public news item that he's a woodsman, again, sabotage. And I'm blaming the media. Maxi Coffee, as the Minister of Communication, has made news 3 times. And all 3 times, believe it or not, has been for failing to communicate. He's the Minister of Miscommunication now. Because every single opportunity he actually was reported to address an association. And at the address, they were telling him they found out about their situation in the press. They work for him in the communications ministry, and he failed to communicate with them. Then there are bringing up the rear, so to speak, Stuart Young, who specializes in bringing up the rear. And if ever Keith Rowley cannot find where he left his drawers, Stuart Young would know. Because Stuart Young has always kept himself perfectly placed to know where the behind covering of Keith Rowley's always is. And is that sabotage or is that deliberate? Only Stuart Young could know. But Stuart Young, where he was sabotaged is when he stood up in the parliament and tried to make a mess of the last government by saying he didn't understand how checks worked. And that would be okay if your daddy wasn't the managing director of a national bank. But stick a pin in that, because there's Clarence Rambarat. And Clarence needs no introduction. Clarence was an Express columnist in the entire lead up to this clown car becoming the government of Trinidad and Tobago. And Clarence had the world of ideas and the world of suggestions and was able to point out all of the faux pas, missteps and miscommunications of the last government. So they made him the Ministry of Agriculture, who went into an association called Carney Green Limited and said, this company is an example of how a company should be run in Trinidad and Tobago. They are perfect. They are the largest non-oil foreign exchange earners. They are spot on. And 3 months later, shut them down. And nobody could understand why. And one of those 2 statements had to have been a sabotage. There's Fitzgerald Hines, who is the minister responsible for water, who since he has been appointed, less people than ever before have gotten water. And if you complain, they say it's politics. Is Fitzgerald Hines a victim of sabotage in Wassa? Is the Water and Sewage Authority failing to deliver water to make Fitzy look bad? I think that is grounds for an investigation. Avinash Singh, Minister of Sweet Potatoes and other pieces of land, I'm not hearing from him. That's what you call knowing how to take your piece and settle. And then, ringing the bell in the background, like the meme they put out about the wolves. They say the last guy is the leader. This had to be the leader of the pack. Edmund Dillon. Edmund Dillon has shown that if you're going to fail, you must fail spectacularly. So he's done so. He's done so to a level where the government that he is a part of has given him 2 assistants. He don't have Batman and Robin. He has Batman, Robin, and Robin too. He has 3 people working with him, all of them failing in perfect harmony. We've never had a worse Ministry of National Security. And Edmund Dillon, He has perfected the deer in the headlights stare every time the media ask him a question about what the hell is going on. For not knowing what is going on at any time, I blame the people around him. I think they are all trying to sabotage him and to keep him down. Because if it wasn't for that, he would have known what was going on in his ministry, yes? But this is all the government. You look at it. They're not failing. They're all victims of sabotage. Yeah?
So right, dedicated to everything that's right. Keep unity and equality in large unity.
Right.
One heart, one soul, so good, so good. We building stronger.
682-2110. Light it up.
One heart, one soul.
When you call, if you call, keep it short. You can have your say, just keep it short. When you call, if you call, listen to me, not whatever device you see in the video on, because there's a delay. There's a natural delay. It's not my delay. If anybody call, make yourself at home. What is the time? While we wait on calls.
Such melody, I salute my country, my Trinidad and Tobago. My Trinidad.
Perfect time. Right, I forgot to silence the phone. Hello, good evening, you're live.
Hi, it's me, Anissa here.
Hi,
I
Anissa.
enjoyed this segment. Just saying.
How you going?
Very well done.
Well, I mean, it's not my fault they sabotage them.
They sabotage them, exactly.
They sabotage them, girl.
That's the best explanation.
What-
What more you could see?
What constituency you calling from?
Digger Martin Central.
Nice, you're in the Minister of Sports constituency. Be careful. Be careful. They say lock up your girl children when it getting dark. He out there, the honey goat wheel until we identify what's going on. Keep yourself, safe. But
Yeah, don't worry.
you have anything that you would like to tell Trinidad and Tobago? On this auspicious day when we've announced that we are officially a party, the Progressive
I would
Empowerment
just like
Party.
to thank everyone for the support and ask them to continue supporting the party and, continue watching the videos, sharing the videos and etc. So,
Thank you,
that's
my
all.
friend. Thank
I'm
you.
keeping it short.
Thank you, my friend. Thanks for calling in.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Yep, 682-2110. Feel free to call in and have your say. I have the world of WhatsApps. Do I read them? Good night, how are you? See you busy these days making videos and educating the public. We get a call. Hello, good evening, you're live.
Hello, good night.
Yes?
Hi, my name is David.
Hi,
Calling
David.
from the Aruka constituency.
How are you, my friend?
I'd like to find out, I hear a lot about the blame politics. But I want to know what is the solutions? What are your solutions to the problems?
Which one of the
We're going
problems?
to fix Trinidad and Tobago.
Absolutely. And you know what?
I'll listen to you off here.
Yes, I'll
Listen
answer.
to you.
I'll give you a quick overview. That's a good question to ask, and I'll answer you now. Thanks for calling in. The Progressive Empowerment Party is called the Progressive Empowerment Party for a reason. So we put this out there. Oh gosh, all right. We had to take this call because this is one of our executive members, Anne Marie. Good evening.
Hi, darling. Don't call my name,
All is well?
All is well. All is well. My next set of people that get sabotaged, I hear the chief, the chief of the THA say he giving himself an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Facebook
Yeah, I see that. But the whole judiciary gets sabotage. Is a nation of sabotage right now. So anyway, ma'am, anything you want to add to the listeners outside there?
Just to make sure that they all send in their emails and they all come on, tell everybody that we are on target. Our name has been accepted by the EBC and we are on our way.
Excellent. Thank you, my friend.
Bye-bye.
Bye. peptronbego@gmail.com. Progressive Empowerment Party stands for progressive solutions that empower the people. We are for home ownership. We are for 10 years schools, no SCA, GPA, zone schools. We want to make sure that it's possible for, and we have a plan to help even minimum wage earners own a home. Hello, good evening. You're live?
Sure, Philip.
Yes.
Rudy, Rudy Paul.
How you going, my brother?
All right. You forgot Johnny to go on by.
I leave him out completely. Last night we gave him a whole video. Oh God. Give him on a break.
I thought he was in the Sabotage show.
Give him on a break.
Go ahead and have business later.
Later, brother.
Yeah.
That is one of Trinidad's most prolific contributors. Those of you who read letters to the editor would know that name, Rudy Paul. He guides and directs a lot of hands. We stand for, in every situation, we want to decentralize the entire system of government. We want our first day, our first legislative item to be recall, to create a system that puts the power back into the hands of the voters. We want recall legislation that allows the voter to fire non-performing members of parliament. Hello, good evening, you're live.
Hello.
Hi, good evening, you're live.
Good evening. This is my first time listening to you. I've been listening to you for a few nights, and I must say I'm not into politics as much, but you have actually opened my eyes to certain things that I'm hearing about. One thing I would just like to say, in terms of education, I am more into the industry what you call vocational skills.
Right.
And I'm feeling a little offended that I'm hearing about everything else. And it would be nice to know that we could touch on, even though it might fall under the bracket of education, but somehow it is separated. Vocational skills.
When you say vocational skills, what specifically are we talking about?
Like the beauty industry.
Right.
We talk about like YTEP and CSC.
Well, no. For us, that would fall actually under we have plans to make it possible for entrepreneurs and business startups to get access to government, to state credit and funding, to rent-free situations, to make people to move them from net employees to employers. So
but Philip, sorry, not cutting you.
No.
Even though you all want to set up these things, now I am a cosmetologist. I am also an educator. I have a school. The problem is that we have an industry which nobody is really dealing with. It's the standard. We could set up all of these things, but there's no standard.
I'm very open to what you're saying, and I would like to be guided by what you're saying. Could you send me some information as a private message on Facebook? Let's begin this conversation.
Sure. No
I
problem.
promise to raise it as an issue in the public space, the information that you give to me, yes?
Okay, great.
What constituency
Thank you very much.
What constituency you call from?
I'm from Woodbrook.
Thank you very much. That's Port of Spain South.
Port of Spain, yes.
Thank you. Okay, have a good evening. Don't forget to send me that
Thank
message.
you.
Yeah, they have things that we may not be touching on that getting caught up in the cracks. And if you hear that we're not talking about it, feel free. Call us on it, send us the information. We will deal with it. This Saturday, actually, at 1 o'clock, we're doing something called a principles document. And our principles document is going to be a public document. And it's going to say these are the things that we stand for as a political organization, as a people's organization. And it will be the filter upon through which all decisions are passed, so that you will know, because you will be able to create vision and mission documents, and you know what you stand for and what you stand against. It's not going to be vague. You could be guided by our principles documents. Our constitution is being done, our manifestos. Today, what got overshadowed today by the fact that we were able to announce that the EBC has approved our symbols and we are now an official party, is that the Tobago arm has been set up. We now have a Tobago chair and a vice chair, and we will be announcing a public meeting in Tobago very soon. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, you live?
I'm live.
You are live.
Hear what, right? Tell me something. I followed
Mr. Philip Parnell.
This is Philip. You're
Right.
speaking. You're speaking to me now.
Right, I'm speaking to Philip. Right, Philip, my name is Fazad, right? Mohammed.
Wait,
I'm
what?
from Central,
Right.
Cuba. Right? And one thing I want to touch with you, right, is that if it is that what you're doing here, asking the public of what they think about certain things that you need to do and get done and all them kind of thing, I would really like to see this happen, even though himself that you do get it, become a prime minister. And I find anybody who is a prime minister, just like how they the public, right, for their support and they're going to do this and they're going to do that and they're going to do that. I think that even though they are the prime minister, they should continue doing this rather than sitting down and making this decision on all they want to do by themselves.
Fazad, you couldn't be more right. We strong.
Right.
We are strong
And I
advocates.
believe that this should be always be happening.
Absolutely,
All the time.
absolutely, absolutely. I want to be able to answer you because we're strong advocates for, and we say it publicly that ministers and MPs shouldn't be making decisions without consulting with the people who put them in office. But more importantly,
Correct.
our leadership, we plan to have using electronic media, Facebook, and all the things that we use now. We want to create continuous feedback mechanisms so that we can gauge the public's opinions on what we are doing. It is our intention to do regularly what we're doing here right now because we are going to need the public to support what we're doing because the changes in the beginning, they're going to have some discomfort. Yeah?
Right.
To do the things
No
you want to do,
problem.
but I love the suggestion and I thank you very much for bringing it up. Yeah?
Yes, man. You're doing a great job.
Thank you,
And
my-
you have my full support.
Thank you, my friend. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
All right.
Right, we just lost two very international. One of the calls that just had started with 44 and it ran out of numbers on the screen. Listen, every single day we put issues in the public space. The maritime security wall to stop crime and drug trafficking and human trafficking. Hello, good evening. Right, okay. I don't know what happened to that call. Hello, good evening. You're live.
Hello, good night.
Hi, good evening. Good night.
Good night, Philip.
Yes, you're live with Philip.
Good night. I'm calling from London.
Right. So what time is it in London?
It's 1:45 a.m.
In the morning?
That's correct.
Sorry for keeping you up so late.
No, I must commend your authenticity, integrity, and true patriotism towards our country. And I just wanted to underscore the issue raised about waiting times at the Pianco International Airport.
Insane.
I travel to Trinidad about 2 times per year. And traveling from London to Trinidad is a 10-hour flight. And it's longer depending on the route you take. And there are no direct flights out since the government gave up its airspace at Heathrow. I don't know which clown did that in the clown car. And now you reach the airport, you have to line up with a queue. And from my personal experience, you always have the American flight bombarded. You collide with the American flight, right? And you wait in immigration for 2 hours. You want to see your family.
No, it's
and you have to
insane.
stand there for 2 hours, and we're not even talking about baggage claim as yet. It's an atrocity. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. But I have a solution, and it's very simple. It's one that's implemented here for British citizens. Why can't the holders of Trinidad and Tobago passports be able to scan their passports and be on their way? They have other things to do. And let immigration just take care of the people with who are not holders of Trinidad and Tobago passports. Why can't
You see that suggestion is so intelligent. They would know what to do with it. Apparently, I saw a picture this week. I had to share it. People spent 4 hours trying to get through immigration. That's insane. You have elderly people. People only to go to the bathroom. What were they doing? What could have taken
Exactly.
them? Anyway, thanks so very much for calling. Thanks for staying up with us here because I know it's late over there. I hope you have a good night's sleep. And thanks a lot. Keep in touch with us on Facebook. Yes?
Thank you.
Take care, my friend.
Keep up the good work. Bye.
Thank you, bye. Hello, good evening, you're live. Okay, I think that is E.T. calling us from home. Yeah, we missed some calls, but that was London. So, and she stayed up till nearly 2 o'clock to make that call. So we had to really give her a little blind with the time. Anybody else calling in, I know that you want to have your say, but let's just give everybody else a little thing too, right? So we were talking about the issues. We stand for things that decentralizes the power of government, puts it back in the hands of the people. We want the constituencies to have responsibility for their own infrastructure development, maintenance, public utilities, education, healthcare, security. We want the constituency at the level of the citizen to have control over where their money is spent on. If there's a property tax, one of the biggest problems people have with this property tax is the fact that you're going to take property tax and put it in central government. Like you're taking road tax and putting it in the consolidated fund. You're supposed to use these taxes where they're collected. Diego Martin West, Diego Martin Central, and Diego Martin Northeast, and I'm not biased, I'm speaking for here. The kind of money that you collect there, millions of dollars in road tax, for the condition of the roads is obscene. I'm trying to answer this call. Hello, good evening, you're live.
Good night, sir. Had an electronic malfunction there. I was wondering if it went on in live feed.
Yes, it did.
Oh my goodness.
We thought you were sending us Morse code. Yeah, that's all right.
The thing is, congratulations on being accepted today. And that congratulations are extending to the entire population of Trinidad and Tobago, because now we have an answer, a solution to the problem that we have. And if we as citizens understand what that means, then we will be moving towards a better Trinidad and Tobago. We will be continuing with the two inconsistent forms of governance that we have had for the last umpteen years, as the old people like to say. And I am strongly of the view that Mr. Philip Edward Alexander, you are the man for the job. I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever, and I know that based on the fact that you have spoken about various inconsistencies in society. I was just talking to my spouse about the fact that the market generally has been monopolized to accommodate certain great entities and not others. And I think you will take a look at that as well. I would like to represent the Progressive Empowerment Party for Couva South.
Fantastic. Send me a message tonight. Send it an email to pptrinbago@gmail.com. But make sure you copy me and send it to me as a message on Facebook, so I make sure that Harry Hunt, who is taking care of organizing the constituencies, that he has your contact information. Yes?
Not a problem. Harry Hunt, he would have that from pp@gmail.com?
He will get, if you send the email, we will get it to him. He will have it, yes.
Okay, I sent 2 emails already. I'm not sure if you get it. I didn't get an acknowledgement reply, but I suppose I remember you told me the person is doing exams at this point in time.
And the swamp.
So you need a personal message on Facebook.
Send me one. Anytime if you have any difficulty, send to me and I'll make sure I get the right person.
I noticed you didn't read my message that I sent you on WhatsApp. It was the fact that the matter is
no, it's not that.
On the feed. The one with when the government was elected.
Yeah.
I said something on that Facebook status that I sent for you. That was my Facebook status, and a lot of people went against me for that because they say you gave the PNM a chance as soon as they were elected. That's what you have to say. I said, I didn't really know. I say history shows that this person has a certain type of character. So if you want to pretend as though you don't know that, well, then you are a fool. I'm sorry. So it's amazing that you could come and I can look back 2 years plus and see that was my status.
Absolutely.
You can go back on Facebook and see that as well.
Absolutely. Thank you, my friend.
When you get a chance, you can read it on the live feed.
No, definitely I will. Send it to me again. I want to tell you.
And I'm sure you laugh to yourself when you read it.
I want to tell you something. I announced this number a couple days ago for people to use, and now my WhatsApp, I can't read all those messages. I had to get somebody to read the messages to me. But anyway, thanks for calling me. Let me take another call here. Send me a private message. Later, brother. Hello, good evening. You're live.
Hi, Mr. Philip.
Yes.
Calling from Princestown.
Good evening.
Good evening. I just want to ask one question. What is the first thing you would do if you were to get into power? I'm just curious.
The absolute first thing?
Yes.
Recall legislation, make it law, so that you could fire me if I don't do what I said I would do.
Excellent.
Yeah?
Thank you, sir.
All right, my friend. Hello, good evening, you're live.
Hello, good night, Philip.
Yes.
Right, I'm calling from Arima constituency. Right?
Good evening, Arima. This is the third call from Arima for the night. We seem to have a nice following in Arima.
Yeah, I'm a consistent listener to your program every night.
Thank you, my friend.
Now, I'm a young 18-year-old, right? I
Right.
follow up a lot on politics. And one thing I've come to realize over the years, every year, well, not every year, well, every election, our MPs come around to the neighborhood and they do their walkabout and they persuade persons to vote for them. And after that, you never see MPs within the constituency coming to talk to the youth, coming to ask about people's problems and try to to uplift the community.
But absolutely, that's their job. That's their job.
And they don't do it, that's the thing. And
That's
I
the
want
thing.
to find out, like, when you come into power, what will be positions placed for persons within the community to also help the MPs to uplift the constituency and bring it back up to standard to say.
Progressive Empowerment Party stands for certain things when it comes to things like representation of the people. We insist that members of parliament and all our candidates must come from within the constituency in which they want to represent. They must be living there at least a year before an election is called or more. We want people who are familiar with the communities, with the constituencies, with the people, that have an intimate knowledge of the problems that the people have. But more importantly, we are standing for a separation of the legislature from the executive. So there will be no members of parliament who will also be government ministers. A PEP member of parliament in a PEP government is only going to be a PEP MP, a government member of parliament. Nobody's going to be distracted by anything else. Your job is to make sure that your constituency is developed.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah? Thanks a lot for calling me, and look out for the meeting. We want to call a meeting in Arima. Maybe you can get involved in helping us with that. Yes?
Yes, sure.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, good night.
Good night. Right. I think we could stop there with the calls. That was a good run on calls. Yeah? What you say? Tell me.
Yeah.
That was a good run. We had a nice run. Talk your talk. The guy who asked what we stand for, we have a fan page, and all right, let me give this last person a blind. Hello, good evening, you're live.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Alexander.
Hi, good evening, you're live.
Good evening. I'm calling from Caroni Central. And I've been listening to you I've been following you for quite a while now. Right? All this change that we are talking about, that we want in this country, right? I totally agree with it. But there are also the PNM fanatics and the UNC fanatics that are not going to agree with this change. And we as a people have to come together and realize that in order for us to have this change, our mentality, our way of thinking towards life has to change, and we have to want it.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Okay? You can say you want to change this in the public sector, you want to change the education, you want to change what's going on in the security sector of our country, and there are going to be a lot of people that has been relaxed. They are too laid back. They are in the gimme, what they can get for their personal gain. And we have, as a people, we need to stop this. We need to remember what it is like to belong to Trinidad and Tobago.
I agree with you 100%.
What is the true meaning of belonging to Trinidad and Tobago?
Absolutely.
We have lost that.
Absolutely agree with you, my friend.
We have lost that, and
that's why
it's not only the ministry, but we need to take pride in everything that we do in our jobs, and as small as if it's working in a clothing store, we need to learn what it is like to take pride.
Yes, and I want
in simple things like that.
You're very correct. You're very correct, and I want to tell you that is why our overarching philosophy, and you hear and you read it in the threads all the time. All our people say, one people under one flag. We want to move away from this concept of partisan separation. Our national anthem is such a beautiful sentiment. Here, every creed and race find an equal place, and we want that to be our reality in Trinidad and Tobago. And that's why we want the Progressive Empowerment Party to be the people's party, that everybody finds a home safe and comfortable in this. Yes?
Yes, totally agree.
Thank you very much for your call.
Have a good night.
You too. Yeah, somebody just say we're going till 10. Friend, I wish we could, but then, you know. Somebody else asked Ramguli, Mr. Ramguli, I read it while she was talking, how feasible would it be to say that none of our MPs would be ministers in a situation where there are only 16 senators? Because we've said you don't need more than 13 ministers. The country has far too many ministers, and all those ministers wasting money. The Minister of Sport, that is a department of sport. The Minister of Tourism, we need a department of tourism. There are certain things that we have ministries for that never needed to be ministries. We're going to hold it down to no more. We say 13, maybe 14 during the transition. We want to decentralize the power. When you have a situation where the constituencies are responsible for their own public utilities, their own infrastructure development, their own infrastructure maintenance, their own healthcare, their own education, their own security, when you realize that you could put the power back in the hands of the people in all 41 constituencies, you don't need a big lumbering cabinet that meeting and talking a pack of nonsense and making fools of the people, sharing out contracts like his sweeties. Yes? So, what is the time? People, it's late. People have to go in their bed. It's 8:56. I can't take any more calls. I apologize because after we do this, we have to monitor the whole thing again. Yes? Housekeeping. pp@trinbago@gmail.com. If you don't get the answer right away, know that you're going to get an answer. This Saturday, we are having two meetings. We have an executive meeting and we also have the principals meeting, but there are people who wanted to come out and meet certain members and volunteer and offer themselves to serve. If you are one of those people who are interested in volunteering to be a part of the steering committee or the executive committee, then you could come to us this Saturday between 12 and 1. We're not going to be able to stay long, but we will exchange information and facilitate you in coming on board, because we need a big, strong executive team, especially right now we're building out the constituency teams that will build out the constituency executives, and that's the biggest part of the party. So if you want to come and serve on that in respect to your constituency, please feel free to drop by this Saturday. You all have my number. If you need directions, we're on Stanmore Avenue in Port of Spain, yeah?
Right down to the heart of the matter. Desire go bust and reality scatter. He promised to fire next time. He promised to fire next time. He promised the fire next time.
Thing getting serious. They know now that we are a real official political party. We are going to be calling a meeting in Tobago. Today I met with the team that is organizing the meeting in UE for the youths in the new semester, the students. We will be calling the youths of Trinidad and Tobago to St. Augustine. We are going to be having a massive youth meeting called Utopia in St. Augustine at a facility to be announced. They're starting to work on that. We're planning sessions in San Fernando and Arima and Chaguanas. You're aware of that. While we're working to build out the party, we need funding, we need people on board, humans, volunteers to help do this, because that's what does it. Yes? If you want to be a part of what we are doing, come and add yourself to this. Come and take ownership. Come and take responsibility for the redevelopment of Trinidad and Tobago. Next year, 2018, January 17th, we've already called an election. On that day, all positions in the party go back in the hat. All positions become available for elections. And if you want to serve on a national representative of the Progressive Empowerment Party, come and get involved now and build out yourself. Yes? So, yeah, we getting ready for the road. We have to make sure that the public, the people, the voters start to feel a sense of comfort, knowing that, okay, I don't have to be either or. I can actually choose. I can get involved in a political organization where my voice matters, where my ideas matter, where the things I stand for and my family, those things matter. We want to be the party of the people. We want to make sure that home ownership, education, healthcare, security, cost of living, food production, these are issues that must be discussed every single day. We want to make sure that whatever we have to uncover, cut, cancel, to make sure the sea bridge is free, the sea bridge to Tobago must be free. We must give the people between Trinidad and Tobago a real connection. You can't call it a sea bridge and then make it so unreliable. Come on. We've never had representation of the people of this country. We will ensure that minimum wage earners in this country will be able to access financing to own a home. We will make sure the family is put back as the heart of this country, because a community is a collection of families and a nation is a collection of communities. And if we fix this, we will fix everything else. Yes, thank all of you who joined us tonight, who was with us tonight. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for all those who called in, those who messaged, those who emailed. If you need anything urgent from me, the best place to send it, not WhatsApp, Facebook message, because I could catalog and deal with those in an order. Yes? So that's about it. peptrinbago@gmail.com. Make that your go-to address to send until you come and you meet Felicia and Lima and Giselle and Misty and Karen and Ken and the team. When you get to meet them and you make yourself part of that, then we go forward from there. Yes? Good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot. See you all tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.